Hello, let's look at closures. We're going to look at using closures inside a struct and closures inside a function. So without further ado, let's begin. Let's get rid of this and we'll start again from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can remember how to do this. This is going to be a function that has a closure inside it. So it's going to be execute greeting, where greeting will be the actual closure. Use f as the generic type just to say that we're using a function, a closure even, and then we will pass in greeting, which will be f, and we'll say where f, and we'll just do fn. So the version of the call operator takes an immutable receiver. This trait is not to be confused with function pointers. You could do fn once or fn mut. And here, it's not going to return anything, it's just going to print something. So we'll also do static there as well. Takes a bit of getting used to this. So this is a function called execute greeting, and the closure will be called greeting. And then when we come to use it, make the font a bit bigger. First thing we need to do is make a closure, which will be called, let's call it greet. And then that will be equal to hello world. So that's the closure, and then we actually need to use it within execute greeting. It's in greet, which is shown, and we're not passing in any parameters, so this should just work. Just turn off. There we go. So hello world. This is about the most simple example you can get, and I always want to start with simple, most simple examples because yeah, if you start going in with lots of parameters, you can quite quickly confuse yourself. So right, that's the closure inside a function. The next one I'm going to do is a struct with a closure inside it. So struct, you might come across examples with shapes, for instance, like a circle where you've got sort of you pass in the radius or something. So I'm just going to call this my struct. We have to specify that it's take you generic type. In fact, we use f. And here we just say, so it's actually going to be using a function. So we'll say calc, and then it's equal to f, whatever f will be. So now we do fn main, spell it properly. And we need to, let's just write what we're going to do. So we first we'll create the closure. Then we will create or instantiate structs, and then we will execute it. So it's 3 steps. So the closure, let's if we call this add, because we could end up with numerous, we could have an add, a subtract, and so on. So if we say add equals, and then we're just going to pass in, let's just do x of, we need to specify the type. And then we'll just do x plus 5. So the function that is going to be called inside of the struct is going to add 5 to whatever we pass in. So now we do create the struct. So let my struct equal my struct. And this is where we'll say calc to add. It's better. And this is the bit that's a bit different to what you've probably seen anywhere else if you're coming to this for the first time. And we need to do, call it results, equal to my struct, and then we call .calc. And Rust Analyzer is kindly put that in for us as well. And if we say 4, and then hopefully you can guess what the answer is going to be, and then we just say result. And I don't know why it's putting standard result up there. Right, and then run it, then we get 9. So what we've done is we've just created a struct that takes calc, which is of type F, or F over calc, I believe, and we're passing in closure to our struct. And your struct could have other things as well. Have, name, string. If we had name as a string, then you'd also need to be passing in something here as well. So calc add, and then string. And also here you could also print you could print result dot. What happened if we just print the result? Oh, we need a comma up here. Let's call it result 2. And my struct.calc. Can we get the name? Yeah, we can. So you can still manipulate the rest of the struct and get the bits of it that you need. Good. So that is how to use a struct, how to use a closure in a function and how to use a closure inside a struct. And obviously this is the most basic example you can get. So yeah, it's a good place to get started though. And it's just important, I think, my best advice really, if this is new to you, is just to remember these 3 steps. So create, instantiate, and then execute. So you have to effectively you're executing the struct with, so down here where we're doing my struct, which is the instance of your struct, you actually then pass calc to it. And if you've got Rust Analyzer installed, then it'll provide you with the closing parentheses and then the extra parentheses for the argument that you pass to it. So quite different to anything else you will have seen if you've only used kind of functions and methods so far. But yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.